Puff was the first one that came through and made us feel like, it was us. I don't want to embarrass this young lady, but she has more Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year. So even by your own metrics, that doesn't work.
I don't know. But look at her, y'all. Like, look at her. Something is going on with her. Like, look, she don't look right, y'all. She don't look right.
Hey y'all, did you hear what Diddy said? He's not going down without a fight, and he's dragging Jay Z down with him. Sources say that Diddy is furious with Jay Z for turning his back on him after the scandal with Cassie. Diddy is planning to reveal all of Jay Z's secrets, and rumors are flying that Beyonce is looking for a way out of their marriage before Jay Z gets exposed as another Diddy. You know how Jay Z throws a pre-Grammy Rock Nation brunch every year, right? Well, this year he called it off, and word is he's avoiding Diddy like the plague. We all remember how Diddy and Jay Z were best buddies and used to show up at Rock Nation events together. But ever since Cassie sued Diddy for abuse, Jay Z has cut him off. Jay Z is known for being cold-hearted and dropping people when they become a problem. And that's what he did to Diddy, aka Brother Love. But Diddy is not going down quietly, and he might spill the tea on Jay Z and how he treats Beyonce behind closed doors. Honey, there's so much drama here. Let's dive in.
Notice how he couldn't even give a straight answer as to when he met her. I wonder why. And notice how that interviewer was definitely setting him up. And we can take it back a step further. We can go all the way back to when he was trying to get with Aaliyah. The Foxy rumors. This man has a legit history of what he's allegedly doing to Beyonce now.
Hey y'all, have you heard the latest gossip about the Carters? Their marriage is reportedly on the verge of collapse, and fans are noticing that Beyonce is acting very different lately. And it all has to do with Jay Z's former friend Diddy, who was exposed for abusing Cassie and other women. Let me give you some background. Jay Z and Diddy were inseparable until recently, and just before Cassie sued Diddy, Diddy said in an interview that only his mom and Jay Z can call him by his real name, Sean. Diddy also has this photo of him and Jay Z on his website, Combs Global, and you can see how proud he is of their friendship. But that's not all. Some insiders have claimed that Jay Z and Diddy are very similar in how they treat people. One of them is Jaguar Wright, who went even further and said that many of Jay Z's old friends, like Big L, met with tragic fates.
The first time I ever saw Jay Z or even heard him spit a rhyme was at an MC battle, street battle in New York. But he didn't show up as Jay Z. He didn't show up as the hottest rapper on the street. He showed up as that was with Big L.
Rest
For
in
those
peace.
of you.
Rest in peace, Big L.
Rest in peace, Big L.
One of the
That was the
dopest.
sensei.
One of the dopest. Yes.
Big L was who put Jay Z on.
Without question.
And then Big L died, and then the next thing you know, Jay Z.
Hey y'all, did you catch what Jaguar Wright said about Jay Z and Diddy? She's not holding back, and she's exposing them for being shady and abusive. And she's not the only one. Many others have come forward and spilled the tea on Diddy and his dark side. And when we talk about Diddy, we can't ignore the long list of people who died, got sick, or disappeared from the industry after dealing with Brother Love. It's crazy because there are more people on that list than Diddy's #1 hits. And as Jaguar Wright said, you are who you hang out with. So it's not surprising that Jay Z and Diddy have been friends for years.
He starts clienteling with Tupac and clienteling with Biggie and doing songs with Biggie and building a working, camaraderie with Honeycombs and AKA Diddy. And
Why do you give him the honeycombs? Why do you give him honeycombs?
because he smacks so sweet. I might. Anyway.
Jaguar Wright not done yet, and she's exposing them for their shady past with other women. And this leads us to Beyonce, who was reportedly only 16 when Jay Z, who was 28 at the time, started pursuing her. Now Beyonce always said she met Jay Z when she was 18 and they started dating when she was 19. But in a 2007 interview with Charlie Rose, Jay Z got super nervous when he was asked how long he had known Beyonce. And then he slipped up and said they met 10 years ago.
Wow, a long time.
How long? 10 years?
However long she's been recording. That's when I met her.
Well, don't you remember how long it was?
Yeah, when I met her. I mean,
Was it 5 years ago? Was it?
I met her 10 years ago.
But did you say to yourself at that time, wow?
I said, yeah, that's a fantastic talent.
Was that what you said?
Yeah. Yeah.
You saw talent before you saw anything
because
else.
she was singing like a rapper.
According to the timeline, they met in 1997, which means Beyonce was only 15 or 16, depending on the month. Beyonce had just one boyfriend before Jay Z, and it was nothing serious, just high school stuff. And even though she was a star from a young age, Beyonce had a very sheltered life, unlike Jay Z's. So it's not only the age gap that's troubling, it's also the huge difference in their life experiences and maturity levels. And when you factor in Jay Z's shady history with very young women like Foxy Brown and Aaliyah, well, it makes you question the whole power couple image that Jay and Bey have been selling for years. And don't even get me started on Jay Z cheating on Beyonce and then humiliating her by saying she's the strongest woman he knows for taking him back.
And, you know, for us, we chose to fight for our love, for our family, to give our kids a different outcome. You see, to break that cycle. For black men and women, to see a different outcome.
And listen to this. When he was asked what he would have done if Beyonce had cheated on him, Jay Z said he hoped he would have been as strong as she was.
So she'd have been on the other foot, if the transgressions had been on her side. Mm-hmm. Do you think you would be able to be as forgiving of her as she was of you?
I hope. Again, because I love her the same way. No matter what side, I love her the same way. I pray that I will, because her strength and her, man, is the strongest woman I know. Like, her and my mother, they battling for number one.
Come on, y'all. Do you really think Jay Z would stick with Beyonce if she cheated on him in public? He's playing mind games with her, and it's not right. And Beyonce's fans have been noticing that something is wrong with Bey. She hasn't been herself since the cheating scandal came out. And then when people started linking Jay Z and Diddy and their shady pasts, rumors started flying that Jay Z might be drugging Beyonce to keep her under his control. Just like how Diddy used to give Cassie all kinds of drugs before forcing her into wild parties. This story got more attention after this year's Grammys, where Jay Z gave a weird speech whining about how Beyonce, or Young Lady as he called her, still hasn't won a Grammy for Best Album of the Year.
So even by your own metrics, that doesn't work. Think about that. The most Grammys, never won Album of the Year. That doesn't work.
It's crazy that Jay Z had the nerve to diss the Recording Academy while accepting another award from them. He has 24 Grammys and Beyonce has 32, so what is he complaining about? He said Beyonce deserved a Grammy for Best Album of the Year, but he called her Young Lady like she was his child. Fans were not impressed, and they said Jay Z should make up his mind. If he thinks the Grammys are unfair, then why does he show up and take their awards? But that's not the only thing that made fans suspicious. When the camera showed Beyonce, she looked like she was in a trance. She didn't seem to care about what was happening around her. And I know Beyonce says she's shy, but she used to have more energy and charisma. And as soon as Jay Z finished his speech, he, Beyonce, and Blue Ivy left the show. They didn't stay for the rest of the performances. And the Beehive knows something is wrong. They sense the tension, and they said something is off with the Carters. One fan said, "I felt like there was more to this." Jay Z was trying to make up with his wife. I wonder what he did to make Beyonce mad. And another fan said, "My favorite part of the Grammys was when the guy who cheated on Beyonce said she needed more respect and support." Well, these fans may be right. Because the rumor is that Beyonce and Jay Z's marriage is falling apart. Beyonce is trying to find a way out before Jay Z's secrets come out. Especially now that Diddy is ready to expose him.
But I'm just letting you know that once that comes out and Jay Z is exposed for his nefarious past, you're gonna see Beyonce divorce him.
And did you notice how Diddy got a Lifetime Achievement Award just before Cassie sued him? Well, some people are saying that Jay Z might be in the same boat. He got a Global Icon Award at the Grammys, but is that a sign of trouble ahead? It could be nothing, but we learned from Diddy's case that no one is untouchable and the truth always comes out. And some astrologers and psychics are saying that Jay Z is in for a rough ride. One of them said, Jay Z has some tough times coming from next April to 2025. People will see him differently. He will have problems with his relationships and his image. He might lose his fame and fortune. And another one said, I think this is real. He will face the consequences of his past actions. He's been hiding for a while now. I wonder how much of the rumors are true. And I wonder if Beyonce will stay with him through the chaos and the money problems. But what do you think? Do you think Jay Z is doomed after Diddy? And could this mean the end of their marriage? Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to watch this next video.